Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Ambar Priyaraj, and today my lecturette topic is on women in combat roles. We will look at the introduction first. We see that recently the Honorable Supreme Court gave a ruling that it is not opposed to inducting women in combat roles, and that it has opened National Defence Academy examination to be taken up by women. Now, we will look at some of the basic statistics when it comes to the Indian Armed Forces. We see that the Indian Armed Forces employs near about 1.4 million soldiers, of which 0.56% of women serve in the army. When it comes to the Indian Navy, the figure is 6.5%, and it is 1.08% in case of the Indian Air Force. In February 2021, Minister of Home for Defence said, Ajay Bhatt said that there is a shortage of 10,000 officers in the Indian Armed Forces, and it is close to 1 lakh when it comes to the soldiers, sailors and the airmen in the Indian Armed Forces. It is an inevitable and a welcome step by the Government of India and the Honorable Supreme Court to induct women and open women to take up the National Defence Academy entrance examination. As we all know that NDA graduates serve gloriously in their service career and went on to even become chief in their service careers. So it is a welcome step. Now let's look at a contemporary history and numerous women soldiers who took active part in combat roles when the situation demanded. To name a few, we have Razia Sultan, we have Rani Lakshmi Bai, and we have Mai Bhago, who took the saber to defend their territory and the nation. So it is a welcome step. Now we will look at some of the major statistics. So we see that there are 1.3 million soldiers in the Indian Armed Forces, and it employs near about, as I said earlier, 0.56% when it comes to the army, 1.08% when it comes to the Air Force, and 6.6% when it comes to the Indian Navy. And recently we have also seen that the Indian Armed Forces opened the vacancies for women in 1958 when they inducted them into the various ordnance and logistical branches of the Indian Army. To name a few, we have the Army Supply Corps, that is ASC, we have the AEC, we have the medical branches such as the MNS, which is Military Nursing Service, and also the technical branches of the Indian Armed Forces, like the EME, that stands for Electrical Mechanical Engineers. This route was followed by the Indian Air Forces and the Indian Navy when back in the Kargil War, Indian Air Force sent 2 of their helicopter pilots to fly in the active combat zone. Apart from that, in 2015, Indian Air Force opened the fighter branches for the women, and 3 women were taken to be the fighter pilots in the Indian Air Force. And cut to 2018, we see that an all-women crew of 6 officers were sent on the Navik Sagar Parakram, where they participated on the INSV Tarini in 2018. So now, in conclusion, I would like to say that it is no institution cannot afford to be not gender inclusive, be it any of the institutions. So it is a welcome step by the Indian Armed Forces, by the Government of India and the Honorable Supreme Court. Thank you.